I first played Sims 2 on our family PC. Actually, it might have been Sims 1 or Sims 2. I can't remember. Whichever game it was, it could barely run on our poor little family computer. But that was my first introduction to Sims, and I absolutely loved it. I've played it over the years, and it's come to have a special place in my heart. Now I'm an old man, but I have trouble sitting down to play that game because things happen passively to your character. You offer it a few commands, and he'll do it, like eat, sleep, go to work. And that concept is a lot less fun when you're a full-fledged adult. The concept is fun as a kid because, you get to pretend to be an adult. You get a job, you get to marry someone, put everybody inside of a pool, then take out the ladder. But when I saw that MySims, which was just like a cozy, cutesy version of the game, was available on Switch, it seemed fun. And my wife had seen it, and she really wanted to give it a try. She loves Animal Crossing, and really that's the only game she plays. And so where she was excited for a new game, I totally wanted to foster that. So I got the game for her. And bonus, there was a Black Friday deal where it was, I think, like $5 off. And it convinced me. Now, I got the game never intending to play it, but when my wife played the game, she absolutely did not like it. She would be playing and I would hear frustrated groans. And she would even, at some points, hand me the Switch and just be like, what am I doing wrong? Which was nothing. The game is very frustrating. And that's when I figured I should probably make a video about this game, which meant I would have to actually play it. So starting up the game feels fun. It has that same Sims vibe, but now it's cute. So there's a ton of animation, it runs really well, and you start with the best part of the game, the user agreement. Just kidding. It's weird that EA has that user agreement like first thing when you fire up the game. I always think it's weird. I'm sure there's like a good video out there that explains why they do it, but I just think it's super weird. Anyways, the favorite part, or my favorite part, is the character creation. Now, growing up as a kid, I used to hate character creation. Playing games with my brother, I would just have to sit there and watch him cycle through different hair options or adjusting the face shape, and I thought it was the most boring thing in the world. But now as an adult, I don't know why, I find it enjoyable. So I spent quite a bit of time making my character. And also, just as an aside, now that I've grown a beard, there is not enough beard options for your playable character in character creation. At least in the few games I have played. Comment down below what games have good beard selection, just so I can see it. I got off subject. So the character creation, that part was fun. There's a ton of hair options. There's a ton of clothes options, which was really cool. But this is where I ran into some of those controller issues, or those control issues, or it's a lack of play testing on the creators, on the dev side, or the creator, whoever is in charge of this. There wasn't enough play testing because when you're cycling through the options for your hair or for your clothes, there is no back and forth button. You can only go in one direction. Now, before I continue about this complaint, I think it's good to clarify, or it would be fair to clarify that the game MySims was originally released back in 2007 on the Wii and DS. And then the following year it came out on Windows and mobile, which is a crucial detail and is at the heart of the issue in my opinion, because those had more nimble touch controls on the DS. But at the same time, it's no excuse because you do have touch controls on the Switch, so you could implement them somehow. But I digress. When you are cycling through the hair options and the clothes options, you can only go in one direction. If you want to see the option that you just saw to go back, you can't do that. You have to cycle all the way through the options, which is a pain. In my search to try and find that button that would let me go backwards, I would hit the wrong button, which would take me to the next screen as if I was done. And instead of offering a pop-up screen that said, "Are you all done here?" it just takes me right to the next screen. Which again is another design flaw that could have been caught if they play tested the game. Because no doubt characters or players would get frustrated as they're going through this and be like, hey, let's just add a back button, or let's add a pop-up dialog box. It led to me making the same groans I heard my wife make when she was playing. It was at this point that I decided I do not like the game. However, I did not stop there. I did play through the tutorial, which was still not very much. The game just feels like EA is trying to take advantage of the whole cozy boom. It also feels like they just slapped together Switch functionality and shipped the game without any playtesting. My other issues with the game was the railroading. At some point in the game, you have to, your characters are automatically following the kind of the tutorial, the mayor. And what was also weird is that they didn't always do this. So there were times when I got lost in the game and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do, which can be fun in some games where you're just allowed to explore the larger world, but you're not able to do that here because you would run into a door or a wall that says, oh, you need a special tool to continue. So it's just, frustrating because you're just lost and you can't do anything. Looking at the game, there's going to be comparisons to Animal Crossing because of the style and, you're new in town and you're starting this village or whatever. But I think it was a little like, come on, guys, you could have sat down a little bit longer to figure out something else to do besides shaking a tree to get apples. I mean, you could have also changed the fruit. There's plenty of other tree-bearing fruit that exists out there. So in total, I played the game for about 45 minutes. It's how long it took me to end the tutorial. And, all the character creation. And I don't see myself picking up this game ever again. So who is this game for then? Well, if you have fond memories of the old Sims games and you want to give it a go, don't. Just go back and play the old Sims games or just the latest Sims game. Now, I am being harsh because there is a demographic for this game. And that's if you have kids and you want them, if you want to introduce them to games like Sims, and maybe they're not old enough to play Sims. It has some of those elements that a child would enjoy, and it would probably be more age appropriate since there's no woohoo options in this game. And there are elements of this game that I can see being enjoyable, especially to a child. You can build your furniture, you can decorate in game, and you can say build your character, and you're able to walk around. They would probably enjoy this. The frustrating game mechanics as an adult just makes me mad. But as a kid, the frustrating game mechanics can actually help them learn patience and develop problem-solving skills in a way. If you're a cozy gamer, you might actually enjoy this game for the cuteness factor and for the dollhouse kind of gameplay. But in all honesty, if you want those elements, just pick up Animal Crossing again. That is ultimately what my wife did. The game drove her back into the warm embrace of Animal Crossing. Now I'm going to test out the return policy of Target to see if I can get my money back or find a game to replace this with. It's cold. So let's do that right now. I thought Target was going to be like, no refund for you, but I was actually able to return it. Sort of. So the Google AI said no returns on video games if it's already open, but I didn't fully trust it, so I just went back in person, started the return process on my phone, and just went up to guest services like I was returning just a regular old item. So the guest service Target lady asked the reason for the return, and I was honest, and I told them that the game was no good. And, no fuss, no butts, no coconuts. It was just like that. Also, I wouldn't have made a fuss. If they told me that I wasn't able to return it, I'd just be like, okay, and, go home. But it was no big deal. I got a new game. And I got an amazing game. Stray. This game is adorable. It's super cozy in my opinion, and I'm sure that I'll do a video talking about it in the future because I've played it a little so far and I love it. Sorry if I poo-pooed a game that you like. I generally like the Sims franchise in general, but this one was just, it really wasn't for me. If you love the MySims games, tell me what I'm missing out on in the comments below. If you liked my video overall, give it the old like and subscribe, or better yet, watch another video. Allie the algorithm really likes it when you do that, and so do I.